ADOS, proud sponsors of ADOS Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's straight-lining for snapper, jigging for kingfish, dropping deep for harpooker, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. Welcome to ADOS Addicted to Fishing this week. We're off to a really special place that holds massive snapper. I've got my flatmate Teneille, her and I are on the hunt. We're going to find some snapper and we're going to mount their jaws and turn it into a piece of art. Come with us to the stunning Great Barrier Island. Great Barrier Island is 90 k's northeast of Auckland, but it feels like a whole world away. Our mates at SeaLink Ferry are taking us over on a short 4-hour ferry so we can tow our new extreme boat around the island. This means that we can tuck away and fish no matter what the weather in this idyllic fishing haven. Right, so we are two girls on a mission today. We are out to get Teneille a bigger snapper than what she's ever had. What's your biggest snapper?
Around about 6 pounds.
6 pounds, okay. So we've got a pretty low score there, so I think we should be able to beat that one. Now, another thing that I really want to do is share with you how to turn your snapper jaws into a piece of art. So we'll share a little bit more about that later, but at the moment, we've just launched. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got some nice tides happening this afternoon, evening, and we're taking the new Extreme 750 boat out on its first evening fish. So let's see how we get on. Snapper are caught all around coastal waters of New Zealand, and they're the #1 favourite table fish. Right, so we got a little bit of sign here on the sounder, which is good. So I reckon we have a bit of a drop here. Now I've marked on the chart plotter where I saw the sign on the sounder. With snapper, you don't want to scare them away.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have too much noise. The noise under the water is like magnified when you compare it to what it's like in the air. So if I had a bit more water to play with, what I would actually do is a little trick that I like to do, which is if you've got 10 metres of anchor chain, then you put the chain down when you're ahead of the spot. So you do the noise over there, and then you come, place yourself on top of the spot and put it down just that last little bit.
Okay.
So then you're not actually dropping and doing all the noise in the spot where you're about to fish.
Okay.
Don't want to scare all the fish away. But we don't have enough water to do that because we're only fishing at about 12 metres. So I'm not going to do that in this instance, but I would if we were a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Cool. All right. A few fish there, that's good. Let's get our anchor down. Slash in the belly for good measure, and then we'll be good to go. All right. All right, do you want to pass us a Jackie, a Jacques Mackerel? Okay, so we've got a couple of different setups that we're going to be using. We might try an array of different things today, but right now I'm going to show you how I do my 2-hook Jack Mac rig. So the first hook, we're going to go through and come out the other side. Now the side that we've just come out from, we're going to go back through, like so. Then we're going to put the hook through the eye and pull tight and see how it sits beautifully like that. So I like to do this whenever I'm fishing. So I go, okay, so I want my hook to sit there. Therefore I go in up here, above it, and you go down across the bone line. Then we're going to do a bait's best friend, just a half hitch. Sometimes you need to do 2, sometimes you can get away with 1. I think that's pretty good. So we've got our bait runners just sitting, mooching out the back, so I'm going to flick this little soft bait out. So we're using the new Shimano Energy Concept micro jig rod, and this is probably my favourite rod from Shimano this new season. It's got so much power, yet so much action at the same time. Just threw a little softy down there, and bam! The new micro jig. Yeah, that'd be great. Woohoo! Just flicked a wee soft bait out there and wham bam, thank you man. Snapper, voila. Right, let's put this one back into Aotearoa.
To book your trip on the SeaLink ferry, go to www.sealink.co.nz. We're also giving away a return trip on SeaLink from Auckland to Great Barrier Island. Just go over to our ADOS Addicted to Fishing Facebook page for more details on how to win. After the break, we target some monster snapper and then we mount a snapper's jaw.
It's a really good fish.
We are over on the beautiful Great Barrier Island and we're in search for some snapper that we can turn into a feed and then also turn the rest of it into a piece of art. My mate Teneille and I, we're using pilchers for fishing and we are burleying up a storm.
So T, how did you get into fishing?
We've been floundering at Mangwai since before I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to get up at 6 a.m. and head down there and the whole family would get involved and we'd spend the day just down there hanging out and on the little dinghy and yeah.
Teneille and I are actually flatmates. We flat together in Mangawai. And what I'm visualising with the snapper jaws is that maybe we could even put them onto a piece of wood and hang it like on the wall.
Yeah, in the bathroom. We've got no art in the bathroom.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. What just happened?
I just got a big bite.
And
here it comes. Okay.
woohoo! Okay, and just walk backwards.
Here we going.
Well done.
Nice.
Gosh, look at the beautiful colours of this fish. This is more of a pinky sort of silvery fish that we've seen compared to some of the other ones today, but it's still got a really plump, fat stomach. Like, look at that.
Nicky, why is it pink? What is the significance of it just being pinker?
Well, the snapper change colours to adapt to the environment that they're in. Now, around spawning season, which it is at the moment, snapper will look a little bit more camo.
Okay.
It's like the girls are getting ready, you know, they're putting their lipstick on, they're going out, they're looking good and they're ready to get it on. But, you know, you might notice that a big moocher snapper that lives in the kelp and the weed, when it's not spawning season, it might be a bit darker because it's adapted to its environment.
Okay.
Living within the kelp. So it looks a bit browner and all that sort of stuff. Now they say that when you put a snapper upside down, it actually stops moving.
Ah.
Pretty amazing. Okay, gonna pop them back in the water?
Yes, please.
Okay. Catch you later, Mr. Snapper. And off he goes. Here he comes. Right, T, can you please grab the rod?
Yeah.
Grab the net, please. And I'll just walk him in.
Wow, he's huge.
I'll just walk him into it. Awesome fish. Gosh, they're just loving these baits. I think we might take this one and this might be the one that I mount because I've just dropped him on his face. So we might take him home, and I'm just visualising this fish with a tasty panko crumb.
Yeah, beer batter, panko crumb.
Beer batter and panko crumb. The thing that I love about snapper is that they're so versatile because there's so much that you can do with them. Like, you can catch a snapper, you can eat the fillets, you can smoke the head, or you can, you can smoke the belly flaps. It's absolutely delicious. The cheek meat in the snapper is just to die for. You can even feed the lateral bones to your cat. It's really good for them. And then do what we're gonna do at the end of this episode, which is basically get the snapper jaw and we're going to turn it into a piece of art. So that could be a business card holder. It could be on the wall. It could be, if you put some weights on it, it could be a doorstop. It could be your nana's present for Christmas. It could be anything. So just doing a bit of cubing while we're at it as well.
Fish heads make really good fertilisers too for the garden.
It would actually, yes. The snapper frames are great for fertiliser. How's it going, Teneille?
Oh, yep, we're good. And we're having
That's a really good fish. That seemed to hit pretty hard.
Very hard. Let's show her. Yeah, still got it on.
It's still there, for sure.
I need to take off my jumper.
No, you're good. You're nearly there. I can see the fish. Nice and gentle as it comes up. Woohoo!
This is by far the biggest one I've ever caught.
Is it?
Yes.
Yee, this is probably about at least 8 pounds.
Nice. Can I keep this one to get the jaw mounted?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to... I'm just going to icky this fish. Do you mind just holding the net there?
Sure.
And we'll just dispatch him.
So icking obviously means...
It means killing the fish.
Killing the fish?
Yeah. Well done.
Yay!
It's your fish.
It's my fish. Nice jaw too.
Nice jaw.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to look good on the wall at home.
And now bathroom?
In the bathroom. Yeah.
Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine.
Right, so I'm just going to talk you through a couple of different instances where I might choose my braid setup or my mono setup when it comes to snapper straight-lining. With the braid, it's got less resistance in the water because it's thinner diameter, and it's also not as forgiving when it comes to touching any kind of structure. So I like to use it in deeper water. Now with my mono setup, this is a little bit more abrasion resistant. So I'd use this in a situation where we've got shallower sort of rocks and things like that. It's got a bit of extra stretch as well, so that means that it's a little bit more forgiving.
For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store. After the break, Teneille and I end up getting into some kelpie moocher snapper as the sun starts to go down, and then we teach you how to mount your fish's jaw.
That is unbelievable.
We are fishing the Great Barrier Island, one of New Zealand's true fishing havens with its rugged coastline, which is littered with monster snapper. Teneille and I have been catching snapper, which we're going to mount into a piece of art.
That is awesome! So what we actually did there was we were working the area a bit like a grid. We're casting out in the back of the belly and we're finding we're only getting the little ones. So we tried to start casting in different patches until this is the area that we got your fish is sort of similar. It was over out the back there, so not a bad. These fish are just so much fun to catch. I love the fact that you can pretty much go, we can still see land is right there, and we can catch these beautiful fish on our doorstep. So I think we should probably let this one go.
Yeah.
I don't really want to take one that's too big to mount the jaws. So.
We've got one each.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good fish. Woohoo!
Yeah, here we go.
Wee. Do you reckon it's bigger than 6 pounds, I reckon it is. Be nice and smooth with your actions at the top. Go down this end, you've got to follow your fish.
All right.
That is a good fish. Walk it backwards.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Wow.
That's incredible! That's definitely bigger than 6 pounds. You did so well pulling that one in.
Oh, I'm shaking.
I bet you are. I think we can probably safely say that that's double what your PB was before this trip.
Absolutely.
Look at the condition, he's so big and fat and plump. I bet you that if we opened up his guts right now, we'd find that he'd been feeding on heaps of local shellfish, lots of our burley, some of our baits. Now, Teneille, would you like to keep it? Or would you like to put it back?
I think we'll put it back.
Put it back?
Yeah.
All right, well, he seems pretty lively. We'll just get those hooks out. We'll just bring him into the boat. Get the hooks out.
I'm exhausted.
I bet you are. All right, well, we can probably put this one back now. Pop that rod over there. This is your fish. Check him out. He's massive. Would you like to do the honours?
Absolutely.
Are you on Struggle Street, babe?
I'm on Struggle Street. Nice and smooth action.
I can see him.
Like Nicky said. It's like hooked in my shirt.
Oh, it's a shark.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just kidding. It's a snapper, I can see him. You! Another fatty. Gosh, all the fish tonight have just had such great condition. He's filled up the entire net, this fish. I think you've just smashed your PB.
Absolutely, again. Third time tonight.
Third time tonight. It's not bad. Do you want to hold up your fish for the camera?
Yeah.
How's about that fish?
That's a beauty.
Now, what we've got here is a little bit of perfection. We've got the tide change as the sun's going down, and we've got a 3.3 metre high tide.
Yeah.
So we've kind of got all the ingredients for success, which is why we're getting fish consistently. But let's get this one back in the water. You want to let this one go?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get this one back. I'll just move that out of your way. Okay.
All right, so just
Let him go. Okay. I have a feeling that this is a good fish. This is absolutely peeling line. Trying to keep his head really, really high. Sorry, so excited about the snapper. Woo! That was an awesome take. It's absolutely peeled some line. These snapper are just going crazy at this time of night. Come on up. Trying to keep his head really, really high. Come on. He's coming up fairly peacefully for me at the moment. Yep, here he is. He's a good fish.
that's a huge fish.
Woo! Yeah! Oh my gosh! That is unbelievable!
That by far is the biggest snapper I've ever seen.
That is unbelievable! But you know what? This fish is going to feed many people, and we're going to put the jaw on the wall.
Absolutely.
And that is it from us at ADOS Addicted to Fishing. I hope that you've had fun watching the show. I can tell you now we have had fun making the show for you.
Sure have.
Thanks for coming with us, T.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
And thank you, Mr. Snapper. Thank you, Tongaroa. And thank you to the gods of the ocean. We'll see you next week on ADOS Addicted to Fishing.
Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone.
So today we're going to turn our snapper into a piece of art that you can keep forever. It's something fun and simple that you can do
on your own, with your mates, or even with the kids. First things first, we've caught this big, beautiful snapper. Now we've decapitated the head. What we're gonna do is we need to try and get that jaw out of it. So you can either boil the snapper, but I like to bake it. Wrap it up in tin foil, then we're gonna bake it for about 45 minutes on 180 degrees. With the jaw, we want to be pulling out 3 pieces from the bottom and 4 pieces from the top. So 2 pieces of top jaw, 2 supporting bones, bottom jaw, and cheekbones. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give them a really good scrub and a clean. Because as you can see here, there's loads and loads of grime and disgusting bits and pieces in there. You want to make sure that you get into all those little nooks and crannies to really try and drive out any dirt. The more you clean it now, the more you're going to thank yourself later. Now, this is hydrogen peroxide. It's 6%. You can get it from any chemist, really. We've just put some into this container, and what we're going to do is soak the burns, and it's going to preserve and whiten them. Grab a little bit of ADOS. This is contact adhesive, so we want to be putting it in both sides. So I'm just holding this here so it can set for maybe 10-20 seconds. All right, so that's stuck together nicely. Pretty fascinating creatures. This jaw is massive. Look how big it is. It's almost as big as my jaw. For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. When we go to the Great Barrier, we stayed with Tippy and Bob's Waterfront Lodge. To book your stay, go to www.waterfrontlodge.co.nz. Check out our YouTube and Facebook page for complete episodes, competitions, and all your fishing updates. ADOS, Addicted to Fishing, is proud to be with Extreme Boats, powered by Honda Marine. And we tow it around with our Ford Ranger. Smart Marine supply us with our SHIMANO tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Furuno. We cook our catch thanks to Barbecues and More, and clean up using Bosch hot water products, supplied by our local Chester's Plumbing store. We keep up to date with New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all sticks together thanks to ADOS.